So what comes next after you've mastered your sleep, your nutrition, and your training? Well, breathing is what comes next, and that's what this video is going to be about. Hopefully you've already watched our 3-part series that we just released pertaining to nutrition and the optimal diet, supplementation, and water for your hydration part of nutrition. Because now we're going to get into how to breathe correctly, how to improve your breathing if you're not already breathing correctly, and then how to use breathing in specific situations in your life in order to help you reach your goals. So if you want to kill it in life, crush it at school, at work, look and feel better, this video is for you. Keep watching. So just like with your nutrition, this needs to be a lifestyle. It can't be an on and off again thing. It needs to be an everyday habit. For me, I found that it works best to practice my breathing in the mornings before I do my prayer. There are 2 routines I'm going to share with you today. One is more of a maintenance or baseline routine, while the other one is focused on improving, and it's more of a training routine. Now, depending on how I feel in the morning when I get outside to practice, I might stick with one or the other, because some days you just need to get back to baseline to ensure you're breathing correctly throughout the day, and other days you can push a little bit more. For the first routine, we're going to be getting to normal breathing, the baseline. And we're going to do this with 4 different exercises that are in a sequence that's logical and makes sense. So step 1 is to decongest your nose and make sure that you can breathe through your nostrils. I don't know about some of you all, but for me, if I don't sleep with my mouth closed and I'm mouth breathing all night, I can wake up with a pretty congested nose. Now this is not optimal, which is why I actually tape my mouth shut with a small slit right here to ensure I'm breathing correctly, but sometimes it happens. Or sometimes you're just sick and you need to clear your nostrils. So what this is going to look like is you're going to take your thumb and your index finger and you're going to plug your nostrils. You're going to breathe all the way out through pursed lips, and then you're going to shake your head violently from side to side while holding until you feel the urge to breathe. At which point you're going to remove your nostril, you're going to remove your fingers from your nostrils so you can breathe through them, and you'll take an inhale slowly, and you should have improved function. You may need to do this a few times depending on how congested you are, but this works simply by allowing your nasal tissue to relax and open up. So this is what it would look like in a demonstration. And repeat as needed. The next exercise is going to be setting up the nostrils and resetting them. Whether or not you've known this, it's a fact. Your nostrils have cycles, and depending on different times of the day and whether or not you're in a stress state or a calm state, parasympathetic or sympathetic, one nostril will be dominant over the other. So your right nostril is dominant usually when you're in more of a stress state, your left nostril for a calm state. In the morning, you want to set this up so that they're about even. Reset the system, so to speak. And this will also be good if you're doing follow-on breathing training. We want to remain somewhat neutral unless you have a specific training intent. So the way you're going to do this is using your pinky and your thumb to plug opposing nostrils with one hand. It's easiest that way. And it's going to look like in right, out left, in left, out right. Here's a demonstration. Repeat until you're getting the same level of function from each nostril. Probably when you start, you're going to hear some sniffles because one nostril will close or is closed more than the other, which should even out. The third exercise is going to be to ensure that you're breathing in all of your lungs and having good diaphragmatic breathing down into the belly button and expanding the rib cage, breathing all throughout the collarbone. So this is the yogic breathing, and the way you're going to do this is not focus at all on really cadence, but focusing on filling your lungs. So you'll start at the very bottom, you'll breathe in, expand out not just forward, but sideways. Work up towards the bottom of your rib cage, out and sideways, expanding your ribs sideways. A little higher to your armpits, trying to expand your armpits out and your chest out, and then your collarbone out and almost within your shoulders outward. So I usually use my hands to get a tactile sense and to signal my body to do what it's supposed to. And I'll do this until I feel like I'm really where I want to be. So it'll look like this. And then all the way out. I mean all the way out. You can even do what's known as a stomach vacuum, wherein you're going to try and breathe all the way out and then contract your organs in and up into the chest cavity to really make sure you have all the air out. Now that's not how you want to actually breathe, but in order to make sure we're getting our muscles warmed up, specifically our diaphragm, we're going to do it. So it would look like this. And repeat. Don't be afraid to look fat. You're trying to expand your belly breathe here. And then the last part is just to make sure we set our cadence of breathing so that it's even and measured. And we'll do this with what's called resonance breathing. This is very good for actually helping you digest, which is perfect for me because I normally eat my breakfast before coming out to do this. And it works basically by resetting your nervous system. So this is going to look like 5.5 seconds in, 5.5 seconds out, all through the nostrils. Preferably, if you need to breathe out through your mouth in order to hit the 5.5 seconds, feel free to do so. As you gain skill, you'll be able to just use your nostrils. And repeat that until you feel even. All right, for the other routine focused on training our breath, I'll usually do this on days where I'm already at a good baseline, normally because I've worked out in the morning before breakfast, either some sort of strength training or cardiovascular training, which is for sure gonna have me at least at baseline. And I wanna try and now take it to the next level. So this is gonna work with 4 exercises. The first one is actually a diagnostic. It's optional. Some days you need to do it, some days you don't. You don't need to track your progress every single day, but it's good to track periodically, maybe once a week or once every other week or once a month. The diagnostic is very simple. You're gonna take a full breath in, breathe all the way out, and hold your breath. You're not holding as long as you can. Again, you're holding until you get the urge to breathe. At the slightest urge to breathe, you'll continue breathing because we're not trying to mentally test ourselves. We're trying to test our body's carbon dioxide tolerance, right? After that, then I'll go into the actual training. The exercise for training we're going to be using is actually called the breathing coordination training. The idea is we're going to breathe in less than we breathe out. That way we'll build up carbon dioxide in our blood. And we're going to start with a 3 counts in, 6 count out. And we're going to try and work up towards 3 counts in, 9 counts out. And the intermediate exercise to get there is going to be counting as we breathe out. So the first exercise is the diagnostic. The second one is the 3 and 6, which I'll show you now. And as you breathe in, I want you to imagine an anchor being pulled up on a line straight through your body to your head. And as you breathe out, the anchor is falling slowly all the way down. And that's going to help you make sure you breathe out for the full 6. So try and do it through your nostrils, but to start you may need to do it through pursed lips. After you've gotten to that a few times, now you can start to do the third exercise, which is the counting. All that consists of is 3 breaths in, or 3 counts in, and then you're going to count from 1 to 10 aloud, not mumbling or muttering, but enunciating repetitively until you're almost whispering or gasping because you used up all your air and your lungs are completely empty. And you do 3 counts in and do the same thing. So it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm not going to do it again. And I actually did it a little quicker because I was forcing the air out because I didn't want this video to be extra long. But you should be able to do that for many cycles of 1 to 10. That's going to let you work up from 3 in, 6 out to 3 in, 7 out, 3 in, 8 out. And then your goal is going to be 3 in, 9 out. A further goal to search for is 12 out or maybe even 16 out, which I'm still working towards. But 9 is a good starting place for a good stretch goal. So those are the 2 routines I stick to. Along with that, I also have some one-off exercises which I'll use in specific situations throughout my day to help me reach my full potential. So the first one-off trick that I use to help me in my life is what's called specific nostril breathing. So earlier we talked about how different nostrils correlate to different states. Well, it's not like it just goes one way. Your body isn't just influenced by the nervous system. You can use your body to influence the nervous system. So it goes both ways. So let's say, for example, I'm feeling exceptionally tired and I want to wake up. If I can get some adrenaline dumped, I'll wake up. A great way to do this is to use my right nostril. Right corresponds to basically uppers, left downers. And then the inhale and exhale play into that as well. Exhales down, inhales up. So if I really wanted to be awake, I would do a long inhale from my right nostril. So it would look like this. And breathe out through both nostrils or your mouth. Now if I really need to calm down quickly, maybe I'm stressed, maybe I just came out of a big meeting and I need to calm down because I'm about to go to another meeting, it's going to come down to the left nostril, exhale. So in with both nostrils or in through the mouth, out slowly through the left. The next exercise I like to use is very popular. It's called box breathing. I think the Navy SEALs popularized this. It's simple. 4 in, hold for 4, 4 out, hold for 4. Repeat. It's a box. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4, and repeat. Now that's especially useful if I can't use my hand or I don't want to be seen in public touching my nostrils, either letting people know that I'm calming down or maybe I'm doing something with my hands, like shooting a pistol or driving on a motorcycle, for example. So that's where the box breathing is effective. It's good for just keeping you calm and focused, but if you need to get calm and get focused, you might need to do what's called the double exhale box breathing. So rather than a square 4, 4, 4, 4, what it looks like is 4, 4, 8 exhale, hold for 4. So the exhale is double. So look like this. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, 2, 3, 4. So that one's a really good one to know. One that's very fast acting and you can do with almost no effort in a short time is what's called the physiological sigh. Andrew Huberman's talked a lot about this, but a lot of us already naturally do it. What it is basically an inhale to full capacity and a second little spurt of an inhale to really just hyperoxygenate your lungs and then let the breath out. So it's very, very effective. Now the last of these exercises, its specific uses for helping you get to sleep, whether that be a nap or at nighttime when it's time to go to bed. It's called 4, 7, 8 breathing. It's pretty self-explanatory. In for 4, hold for 7, out for 8. So Now the bonus tip I'm gonna give you, your free chicken for this video, you're gonna need to look at the article in the description, but it's gonna talk about how you can use your breathing along with awareness of your environment, specifically through sounds and your vision, to increase your presence. That way you can be more charismatic, because people need to feel listened to, respected, and valued in order for them to trust you. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.